Final segment of ATL Day Ones with Jarvis and Tenitra. We want to say thank you guys for rocking with us throughout the entire show. And if you missed any part of it, make sure you go back and listen to the audio version of the podcast. It's free. It's available wherever you download your podcast. And wherever you download your podcast, make sure you leave us a 5-star review. And one more request, go on our Twitter page and follow us at Locked On ATL. All type of good content for you, some good interaction as well, so you don't feel like you're talking to yourself when you're responding to all those tweets and all that good stuff, and you try to talk about the Falcons tomorrow when they take on the Detroit Lions. But T, this is For the Culture. It is the intersection between sports, the culture, and entertainment. Sometimes whatever the hell we want to talk about, because that's how we get down on this show. But now, T, we want to say have a moment of silence real quick for all the Domino's locations in, wait for it, Italy. Domino's is oh yeah. All right, now back in 2015, Domino's for some reason thought that it would be a good idea to open up some locations in Italy.
Right.
And for those who don't know or been hiding on the rock for quite some time, that's kind of where pizza lives, or the origin of pizza comes from that area. And it was funny watching the video of the people talking about Domino's being gone. It was all you heard was those silly Americans. I don't know why they came over. Why they open up over here anyway? Them people probably can cook a better pizza at their house. They probably got stone brick ovens in their house and cooking up good pizza each and every night. So yeah. But yeah, so RIP to all the Domino's in Italy, T.
Yeah, that's like Taco Bell setting up shop in Mexico. Really? No. One of the things. Just foolish. Just utter foolishness.
Sorry.
Right. I'm just like, what? Come on, Domino's. Come on. Think this through. Don't get me wrong. There are brands that definitely go outside of the walls.
Indeed, yes.
McDonald's is
no doubt,
iconic.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there are Burger Kings all over the world, and I venture to say even Chick-fil-A's and that sort of thing. But again, that is something that is native to this country. So therefore, it makes sense that, hey, maybe you can go outside and introduce the world to, some of our customers, if you will. But like you said, you don't go on the original turf of the people who's taught us how to do it and try to tell them how to do it. Like, I don't even know if you're the best pizza company in America. So
I know. Now, let me say now, I will say this, just in case Domino's want to sponsor the show. They've gotten better. Yeah. Hands down. They've surpassed a very popular chain pizza in my eyes. And,
you think so?
Pizza. Yeah. 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 See, that's an argument right there. See how this how you know I'm a veteran. I'm going to avoid that argument. So I'm going to move on. but as far as Domino's go, this is, I'm sure you can go anywhere and get some good pizza in Italy. And I think the last thing on those local people over there mind is, I feel like some pizza tonight. I'm going to go to Domino's. Absolutely not. So yeah, Domino's, kudos to you for making better pizza.
Right.
However, stay out them folks' backyards, please, because they were literally laughing at y'all. But one team that might not be laughed at next year this season, Atlanta Hawks. T, our boy David Aldrdge of The Athletic wrote a very interesting article, and he ranked like the top 10 teams who had the best off seasons. And coming in at number 2, the guys down at State Farm Arena with the Atlanta Hawks, and obviously leading the way. He really, really likes what DeJounte Murray brings to the table, T. Are we talking about the Hawks getting out of the first round and potentially getting back to the Eastern Conference Finals with these moves?
I do believe anything is possible, because I do believe they had one of the better off seasons. Last year, it was clear when you think about moves that the top 4 in the Eastern Conference made, right? It was, you absolutely knew, like, oh, dear God, we stood pat. So you kind of knew at the
Yeah.
beginning of the
Yeah.
season that we weren't going to go as far as we did this season before. However, when I look at the moves of those top four teams this season, I don't feel like that gap is there. I don't feel like whether it's the Bucks you're talking about or the Celtics or the Heat or whoever you want to put in that fourth spot. You know, some would put the Bulls in the fourth spot, for example. But I don't think the Hawks are that far off from them based on, like you said, that alone, and that takes nothing away from Mo Harkless and the Holiday Boys, takes nothing away from them or from the draft picks, because I do think
Right.
AJ Griffin and Tyrese Martin are going to sneaky be contributors. I really, really do. But DeJounte Murray alone was the game changer. I mean,
Right.
it was the sneaky game changer that nobody saw. And what is it? What's that phrase? It was the move that you didn't know you needed until it happened.
Indeed, because we all know that Nate McMillan has been an advocate for Trae Young to play more off the ball, and we know
Mhm.
Dejounte Murray just making an All-Star game as a point guard last year. He kind of qualifies for that spot, right? And he's an excellent defender as well. So we know that
Yes.
that is
Yes.
going to be they're going to help Trae out tremendously on both ends of the court, and I think that
Mhm.
the other thing though before we get out, I think there is what makes it even more interesting, and I think that it's going to push the Hawks to be a little bit more than what people may expect, is that
Mhm.
it's going to force John Collins to kind of step his
Yep.
game up, because
Mhm.
he's going to have another guy that's going to be able to set him
Right.
up and facilitate
Mhm.
and run the pick and roll.
Mhm.
And I think when you have multiple guys that can get you in a space where you can be successful offensively, I think
Mhm.
you need to step up the other side of the game, right? Not only your defense, but that rebounding. I think the rebounding for JC
Yeah.
this year, if he's on the team, now we know
Mhm.
that there were reports that they were going to trade him. However, that don't look
Mhm.
like it's going to be the case.
At
And
least
I
not
think
now.
that right. So, and I think that when you have that, you have all of these pieces. There are so many ways for him to be successful this year, and I think that there's no excuse for him not to have another season where you're like, okay, JC, you were worth that bread.
Yeah, and that also gives an opportunity for the likes of DeAndre Hunter, which, we've seen some footage of what he's done this summer, and it's looking really encouraging. It looks really good. And I think that when I go back to the Holiday Boys, for example, or when I go
Mm-hmm.
back to Will Harkless, and we think about Bogdan Bogdanovich hopefully being healthy, then
Yes,
you see as well a really solid second unit. Like that's a nice second unit. I'm very, very intrigued and interested to see what they're going to bring versus say if you would have retained Danilo Gallinari or Kevin Herter. That's also I think going to be something, and that's something that David Aldridge talked about as well, who they lost, but also who they gained and who they retained. So I was excited to see that. Uh, they're making a little bit of buzz. And listen, David Aldridge is somebody who is a longtime NBA
been
beat
around for a
writer,
long
done
time.
NBA
Yes.
TV, so he knows his stuff, and that was exciting to just kind of see. And listen, it'll be exciting for us to talk tomorrow because we are going to dive into a little bit of pre-game analysis for the Falcons as they get set to take on the Lions. We'll preview the four-game set with the Braves taking on the Marlins this weekend. And hey, anything else that comes up in the world of sports or entertainment or the culture, we will bring it to you tomorrow. So always remember, stop here first, and your second stop, check out A to Z with Mark Zeno. You won't be disappointed. You guys stay safe, keep it tight out there in these Atlanta streets, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Y'all come back now, you.